You're listening to the Monday Night Community Show with Daniel on BRFM.
This is the Daniel Monday Night Community Show on demand through YouTube. Thank you very much for choosing to listen to us through this method. If you'd like to keep up to date with when I add new interviews, then subscribe to this channel. So we are out and about. We're going to be talking to Nicole Mollett, and we're going to be doing a little bit of an update on some of the projects she's working on. I think you're going to tell us a bit about a World War I project.
Yes, that's right. Hi, Daniel. So this is a project that Ideas Test is hoping to deliver this year, this summer, and the project's name is 1915, Then and Now, an art and history competition for young people in Swale. And the idea behind this is obviously it being 2015 this year. That's 100 years ago was 1915, and the war had more or less only just begun. And we've been approached by Swale Council. We're working in partnership with them to run this competition for young people across Swale. We're hoping to reach all the 9 secondary schools in Swale. Anybody between the ages of 13 and 25 can apply. And what we're trying to inspire them to do is make a piece of visual art in response to World War One. And what we mean by that is, because obviously visual arts is quite a broad term, that it could be a painting, a drawing, it could be a film, it could be a sound installation. So anything that's conceivably possible within a kind of art gallery context is what we mean. But we're also very keen for them to look at how World War One impacted on Swale in particular. So key events in the history of Swale during World War One. For example, there was a Zeppelin raid in Sittingbourne on June the 4th. So that would have been a major happening. There was also the Princess Irene ship that exploded near Sheerness, and that was a very tragic event. And then there was things like the Battle of Ypres, which I'm going to pronounce wrong, and other things. For instance, the trenches that were built across the island and on the mainland. There was the whole concept of the home front and make, do, amend, and general sort of daily life of people during 1915. So what we're trying to encourage young people to do is research their own local heritage.
So sort of through art and history coming together and
that's right,
and learning in a way you wouldn't normally.
Yes, exactly. This is, what I mean. The key message here is that we're trying to inspire young people to discover their own local heritage, but in a way in which they get to creatively respond their thoughts and hence the title's name, Then and Now, because obviously people doing their A-levels and GCSEs now will not remember World War I. They're just simply too young. But what we're trying to do is make them to learn about it, but then also reflect on it and say, well, why was it important? Why is it important we remember these things? What happened? Is there a relative in my family? Perhaps a great granddad who actually fought in the war. We're trying to help them see the importance of World War I and why it's important to commemorate it. And then the end goal of all this sort of creative and historical learning activity will be a competition that, we will officially launch in Easter during the Easter Easter holidays, and then there'll be a period of time where we hope to work with schools. We'll get local artists to go into schools and run workshops. And then there's going to be a deadline in June where obviously everybody has to upload their submissions. We hope to make that on an online gallery so that everybody can see each other's, which will be exciting. And then finally we're going to get a panel of judges that will be both creative industry representatives and history expert representatives to look at those submissions and decide on some winning categories, which we have yet to conceive of. But hopefully there'll be a very long list of works that get chosen to be put into an exhibition. And then that exhibition will be firstly on show in Sittingbourne, and then it will move to Faversham and Sheerness. But there will be a very big award ceremony where we hope to give all the winners who get chosen prizes, and that will happen in early July. So
are you looking for local artists to contact you if they'd like
yes,
to be involved?
Oh, yeah. If there's anybody who has already made work in response to World War One, we'd be very interested to hear from them. But also local historian experts. We are already in contact with the World War One steering group that is based in Sittingbourne, but I'm pretty sure it has links across Swale. But yeah, any local historians who would be interested in giving talks to young people. We're also, basically, we're at the very beginning of this project. We sort of put a bid into HLF, but we are definitely going to deliver the majority of it anyway. And we hear back from HLF in March, so we'll be officially launching the project in March. But in the meantime, we're very keen to start building up the partnerships with all the history experts and also the local schools. So that's what we're doing.
So how would they contact you?
Well, we can be contacted in several ways. Ideas Test has a website. That's www.ideastest.co.uk. My email from that website, it's on the website, but I'll tell you it anyway, is Nicole, Nicole, at creativepeopleplace.info. So that's creativepeopleplace, all one word, .info.